Stop number 7 on the Inside the A10 tour. We're here in front of the oldest gym in all of college basketball. This gym, Rosehill at Fordham, is over 100 years old. That is actually crazy to think about. But this campus in the Bronx, New York, we're here to hang out with Coach Mike Magpayo, heading into his second year at Fordham. He's from the same coaching tree as Todd Golden and Altman, who is running the Cavs right now. He's a really, really smart guy. He talks about nerd ball and money ball, so we're gonna go learn about that. We're gonna meet the Fordham Rams that are supposed to have a breakout year in the A10 this year, and we're gonna check it out on this beautiful summer day in the Bronx.
You see, like, now we're in the Bronx, like,
yeah,
you feel it. I'm like, hey, it takes Tony a long time to make decisions, guys.
Prosciutto and mozzarella.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
You get the beautiful Rosehill Gymnasium, or Rosehill as they call it.
That's the sandwich place. It's Costadella. That's everybody's favorite here.
Coach, well, Mike.
Thanks.
We're here with the man himself. Year 2 at Fordham. What, you laughing? Like, it's like,
I mean, God,
you don't deserve
the
that.
Man, no. I mean, I don't know. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach Mike Magpayo, head coach of Fordham, second year. Now you came from Riverside. No, we appreciate you having us out here, obviously, at the oldest gym in college basketball.
Yes, sir.
Rose Thrill, they call it, right?
Rose Thrill, if we keep this thing going, yeah, this place gets loud.
Yeah, so we felt like sitting on the steps, just keep it as raw as possible, right in the middle of the Bronx, kind of.
I mean, this is as beautiful a day as you can have in the summer of New York City right here.
We got lucky, I think, because it could be really hot, it could be a crazy thunderstorm.
Yeah.
You never know what it is.
Yeah.
A million things I want to talk to you about. First
Sure.
thing I think is crazy is that you're some sort of like trendsetter, at least a little bit. You're the first ever Asian coach or head coach in D1 men's basketball history of Asian descent.
Yeah.
What is that? I know it means a lot to you. You take a lot of pride in that. Did you not think about that beforehand until it happened and then it's kind of hit you now?
Yeah, exactly. I think that it was more never ever thinking about it. You know, growing up, my dad always write me my birthday cards. You can dream big, you can accomplish anything, and then all of a sudden I get the interim job in 2020. And that news gets out there, you know, they're reporting on it. I'm the first full Asian coach. Now, I will say, Coach Rex Walters of San Francisco, he was half, and he reminds me, but yeah, first full Asian coach, and definitely take a lot of pride in it. I had been president of the Asian Coaches Association since 2013, and but now, yeah, like I'm always trying to help the younger Asian coaches. Even my competition, there's a great one at St. Louis that Shirts always talks to me about.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to help these guys elevate, and there's 2 Asian coaches, 2 other ones, Jace Coburn, Japanese at Portland State, and there's Zach Chu at Radford. So yeah, really proud of it.
Now, and having a guy like Akira Jacobs in the squad from Japan also, is that it was probably easier to recruit him for those things, and he adds extra pride for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think it would be easier. I mean, Akira, I was calling, I was like, how can you not play for me? He was my first, he was one of my first 2 commits last spring when I got the job. I'm like, Akira, like, I love you. You used to kick our butts because he was at Hawaii in the Big West. And he was taking forever to decide. I was like, how can you not say yes? I love you. You're Japanese, you know, and you know, he's an amazing young man because but the culture really permeates who he is. He is so reverent. He is so, and one of the things I do try to teach all the Asian coaches, which is what Kyle Smith, my mentor, used to tell me, is like, are you always going to be so, you know, he'd say reserved, or are you always going to be, he's like, he wanted me to be more aggressive.
Sure.
And that's kind of the same thing with Akira. We're always encouraging him to be more aggressive because some of it's cultural. And when I tell the young Asian coaches, like, it's okay to be aggressive in this business. You have to if you want to move up.
Yeah, that makes sense. You've mentioned Kyle Smith before. The Kyle Smith coaching tree is beyond me, and I don't think people understand the full lengths of it. I think some people know it. Todd Golden and Coach Hartman, obviously both at Florida, national champions. You have Koby Altman, who's now the president of basketball operations at the Cavs. You have Coach Hobby at Columbia, and now you guys were all together, but the tree goes even further.
Sure.
But what has that kind of family meant to you? Because you guys were in the city here in Columbia, obviously all together, and to not only have that connection, but to see them all go on and do big things, obviously. What does that mean to you?
I mean, first of all, we could have a whole nother show on just like the fun we had in those 4 years that I was there, and then Kyle was there for 6 years. And you know, we've had a couple reunions here because they're doing this documentary on it. but we've had a couple of reunions in Southern California recently, and then Hovdi and I are now back working in the city together, and we hang out with our kids. And we had a crazy night trying to get back from Adidas last weekend, and we got stuck. Flights got canceled, so we were reminiscing on Saturday night in Charlotte, just about how much fun we had. I'll just say this: I could have, I was just writing letters to college coaches, and I got Run Response. I was just a high school basketball coach before that. And it was Kyle Smith, and I just always count my lucky stars that he was the guy that I got to learn from and work for. And you just watch practice. I mean, I would say maybe of all the coaches, I'm probably most identical. I still run my program very similarly to what I learned from Coach Smith at Columbia and San Francisco. I'm almost equally as proud of being the president of the Asian Coaches Association as I am to be part of that coaching tree.
You think you're not going to compare yourself to say, maybe we're most like Florida because we're winning the national championship this year?
I mean, listen, man, I do. We run a lot of the same offense. I learned how to coach defense from Todd. I kind of was raised in the St. Mary's defensive coaching tree. So we speak the same language. One of my best players ever, who's with the T-Wolves, Zion Pullen, played 4 years for me and then went to go play for Todd. And so, I think that the program that he's built, which is considered one of the best programs in the country, and through retention and through size, I would love to say that Fordham.
I see the similarities.
I mean, I hope so.
One more thing on Kyle Smith stuff, you have talked a lot about nerd ball being your philosophy, and you get that from Kyle Smith, and you compare it to Moneyball a lot. Yeah. I need you to teach me. I'm a big analytics nerd. I know you know that. You know a lot. Teach me about it. Teach me the ways of it. Teach me what guys get points for. I want to know everything.
I mean, it's the great thing about it. The reason why we share everything about it is because it's so hard to execute. You need manpower, and you need to be really diligent with it. I remember the first day. So Coach Smith was telling us about it. Me, Koby Altman, and Coach Hartman were on staff, and he was like, and I was supposed to stat rebounding, and there's 8 different stats that you track, you rewatch the film, and then Koby's supposed to do defense, and Hartman was supposed to do offense or whatever it was. And day one, after first practice, we kind of roll in the morning, and Kyle's already there, and he's statting it by himself, and Koby quickly says, oh, I guess, we didn't really understand. I mean, Kyle was so stressed that first year trying to implement this program. He had nobody that knew it. That's why you really do need guys that know it. He calls it Moneyball for basketball. We call it hustle stats. But I mean, it would take forever to dive deep into it. But it's basically 50 different statistics that you're tracking. You rewatch any 5-on-5 live segment, and you stat out these 50 different things. And it's offense, rebounding, and defense, errors and positives. But
what are a few of those things in there? Just give me a few.
I'll give you so Coach Smith always says, the secret sauce is the ball handling. So in the offense, there's scoring, which is everything you know, but then there's the ball handling. So on a box score, there's how many stats are on a box score? If you just go look
simple box score,
how many passing statistics?
There's two. Sorry,
two assists and turnovers. So for us, there's plenty. So it's not just assists. You get +4 for an assist, but you get +3 for an assist. If I throw it to you and you get fouled, well, you get credit for that in our program. If I throw it to you, you throw it to Evan, and he bangs a 3, hockey assist +2. And we want to encourage penetration. So every time you penetrate and pitch, it's +1. If you throw it in or out of the post, it's +1.
Okay.
So that was what he said the secret sauce was. They had guys like Patty Mills and who could really, but they wanted the ball moving from side to side. So that's kind of the secret sauce of the ball handling part, just getting the ball moving from side to side, encouraging penetration. And then you can, again, and what happens is you start adding because you want to, Hovdi's got virtual assists. So basically, if I throw it to you and you miss a layup, he's like, well, he should get credit for that because you're right, it's a great pass. So,
but there's stuff on rebounding is diving on the floor, you get a point, right?
Floor burn is +1.
Floor burn,
if you're first to the floor, and that's a Todd Golden one. So again, you keep
first
adding.
To the floor?
First to the floor is +4. So and then rebounding is the rebounding for me. So that was the first thing that I had to stat and coach. I was fortunate, and if you look at my 7 years or 6 years of head coaching experience, we're pretty good defensive rebounding.
Yeah.
And we don't really do a ton of defensive rebounding drills or anything like that. Maybe once a year I get pissed off and we put the bubble on and we do war rebounding. But it's just that they know that it's getting tracked. Yeah. Box outs, missed box outs, offensive no-goes, defensive no-goes, and you get 4 points for an offensive rebound, 3 points for a defensive rebound. And so what happens, and do all the players know it? I would say no, but the story is, Kyle would say, Todd Golden, who was a walk-on and became a scholarship player and became a great player at St. Mary's, would be like stealing the ball, going the other way, yelling +6, like talking like in hustle stats. So, and he ended up becoming a great player, and so
I didn't know Todd could hoop like that either.
he was a great player. You know, great shooter. Still can shoot it. I mean, you saw before the national championship, he made 4 half-court shots in a row. He's just got great hand-eye, so, and he'll tell you about it. That's funny.
But you guys, it's so interesting that you're so analytical and this nerd ball mindset. Yet some of the things you track are as simple as super traditional hustle things. I'm like diving on the floor, because people think of analytics, they think of shot charts, heat zones, things like that, maybe efficiencies, but it goes way beyond that for you and helping you guys make decisions.
And I think that's what I try to share on the recruiting front with like the parents, because I don't want to, and we had to learn this even with Coach Smith, like, yes, the coaches, we're studying the analytics, we're studying the shot charts, the hot zones, the efficiency, like the offensive ratings, usages. Like these kids they don't, but like it really is just a form of accountability. Like defensive rotations, like the worst thing you could do on defense in our program is no contest. Like that, I think you saw in the film clip, Coach Troy was saying, like, even if you're 10 feet away, get a hand up, because if you don't put a hand up in our program, it's -4 points. So like all you gotta do is put a hand up, and you don't get. No, you don't get credit for it, but that's your job. Like, do your job type.
And it's just
it's just like, and these guys nowadays, some of these kids that do get into it, they're like video game. It's like a video game. And nowadays we can send all the clips to their phone. But really, it is a form of accountability. That's what I try to explain. So. And then what it allows us to do is just play a lot. Like I don't have to stop it. Hey, we're not boxing out, or we're just like, well, listen, you're going to be held accountable by the stats and by the film the next morning. So we get to play a lot of 5-on-5.
Because you can look at it afterwards in retrospect. That makes sense. Talk to me a little bit more about this team this year. Obviously, Fordham has rich basketball history, especially obviously here at Rosehill. But the team hasn't been in the tournament, I think, since '92. That's the only time the team went in the expanded 64-team bracket era. So last year, you guys had a really good stretch throughout later in the season in conference play, I think it was, to get above 500. Now you're going into year 2. You return both of your bigs in Jack and obviously Rikus Schulte, who initially went into the portal. I heard a brief story about that. So he has a they're both of them were with you also at UC Riverside. They're both together again with you at Fordham, and they're both here again. But Rikus went into the portal, and then he came back. So how did that work out?
Yeah, you know, he averaged nearly a double-double. Both Jack and Rikus played about 13 minutes a game for us at Riverside. And they both came with me, along with our redshirt, who played a lot last year. You'll get to meet him, Abass Bodija. So those 3 international players came from UCR, all big. I put Rikus and Jack together for you a little bit today, just to see him play. And they've been both playing.
It's good competition for them.
But Rikus killed it. You know, he averaged double-double. Jack, like, averaged 8 and 8 in the 11 games he played, but he was bookended by some injuries.
They're like both 2 of the best rebounders in the conference in the country.
Minute, yes. And yes, and they will be. Like, that's what raises our floor this year, is that we know that we can rebound. We were the best rebounding team in conference. Well, second offensive rebounding, first defensive rebounding. But Rikus, rightfully so. And he went out there and he tested it, you know. And luckily, like, my administration, Rikus is such a great kid. There's a couple reasons probably that he stayed. I think he loves the community here. There's really great people at Fordham. But number 2, like, his mom from Berlin has been able to come like numerous times this year, just the closeness to New York City. And then the last piece is the administration came and they made a bid, you know, and not nearly as much as he was going to get out there. But I think he started every game this year. Averaged nearly a double-double. He should be confident playing in the A10 again. And they came up a lot, and you know, credit to my AD, Charles Guthrie, for finding a way. And I think that there were a lot of, you're starting to see, that's why that being 17 and 15 and having that 4th winning season, like having that winning season mattered, because it got some momentum going. There's some donors and some interest now and engagement, and basically that's how we were able to keep Rikus. You know, they found a way.
It says a lot that he went out there and tested. Like you said, he could have gotten a ton of money from high major schools and probably got those offers, but he probably took some sort of pay cut. We don't need to get into the figures. We're not going to publicize that, but he took some sort of pay cut to stay with you, with the staff, with everybody that he knows and where he knows he needs to be for success. And you have 2 legit centers. Like, they're legit centers that most non-power teams cannot say that they can return to potentially all conference centers on their team to keep that size. It's the hardest thing to keep in the portal. So that, like you said, your floor, not only in the rebounding, but the continuity continuity and the leadership, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hear Jack, he's the loudest guy in there.
Yeah.
And Rikus is more quiet, lead by example guy. But the 5 guys that we kept, the 5 scholars, I'll say 7 because we count the 2 walk-ons are great too.
They're the best. Oh my God, they are the greatest.
I figured you'd respect them.
They're the best.
They bring a lot of energy, and again, credit to the old regime. These guys, my first workout, the day after my press conference, I was like, anybody that wants to come, everybody was already in the portal, and I had like three walk-ons show up and what, like 2 scholarship players, but those 2 guys, and the energy was tremendous. I was like, wow. But no, it's been special. We've been able to keep the 5. We call them the VIP, the very international players. So we kept the 5 VIP, all 6'9" and up. And
I love it.
Yeah, no, it was huge because then our whole, once we signed all of those guys, our whole focus was to get the guards. And the good news is we were telling the guards and the critics, like, hey, when you miss, these guys rebound. They really are the best, one of the best rebounding teams
They
in the
have no
conference.
leash, I feel like, the guards with this team.
Yeah, like just shoot, and they'll rebound for you, and then they'll throw it back out, actually, too much. I'm trying to get these guys to finish. But it's tremendous, and they're great kids, great, like, ambassadors for Fordham, like, great GPAs, like, really special. I told the administration, I'm like, this is really unique. That we're not always going to have these, like, I hope so, but stellar humans.
For sure, and those 2 guards that you brought in, Latif Patrick, obviously, and Amir Lindsey from SF Austin and Albany, they were both super high usage, small, like my height, 5'10", 5'11" guards that were all conference or first team all conference in their respective leagues. They're dynamite sticks.
Yeah,
absolute dynamite sticks. And so you have the size. You said we shot the ball objectively very poorly last year, and we need to have better guard play, right?
Yes, I think obviously, we needed to knock it out of the park with the perimeter, and it's not easy to do also, but we did, like you said, we did the hard part. We kept the front court, and then the front court still has to make a big jump. Like, they still got to get better. I mess with them. I'm like, everybody gives you guys all this praise. You guys we're only 8-10 in conference. We got to, you guys, the front court for 8-10. No, you got to get better. But, Amir, we brought him on a visit early. And then he went, and we had played against him, and we had to trap him every. We beat him, but we trapped him every ball screen because he was too good. But then he went and visited 3 other universities, and then a week later he circles back, and we were so appreciative because he's raised so well. His parents are amazing. They're both military, met in the military. Dad's a coach. And I wanted some winning in the program. That was the key. And Amir, now they didn't win last year at Albany, but his freshman year they had a winning program, and he's got all the intangibles, all that stuff. And then Latif came from a 29-win, top 100 Stephen F. Austin
They were great,
team, and he scored 15 a game. And he wanted a little more license to get more actions and not get stuck in the corner. I was like, you really will in our offense, and so he's been tremendous as well. So those 2, and I think that's what we have to do here, like our point guard last year, Day Reeves, or our guard last year, we're going to probably have to take a little bit undersized guys so that we can compete. As if they're big, probably the NIL rev share is just through the roof. So and so I have to figure it out with these little guys. But the good news is there's some size behind them.
I was about to say, when you have 2 centers starting, you can have 2 5'11" guards. They also play. They're so tough. They play so above their size. They kind of are willing to defend up, so that kind of means a lot.
I think so. I mean, they're strong. If you actually you pat Amir, and you'll get to see he's a rock.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Pound for pound, the strongest guy on the team probably.
They both are tough in that way.
Last thing while we're here, by the way, Rosehill behind us, the oldest gym in all of college basketball. It is, first of all, it's unbelievable. But when you first got here, what were your first impressions of it? How cool is it to coach your team in here?
Well, I was in the WCC, so I coached at the University of San Francisco with Coach Smith, and I got a lot of War Memorial vibes, which was the gym at San Francisco. Now they've redone it and all that, so it's a little bit
it's still nice.
Different.
It's still classic.
It's got that class. Even St. Mary's had a little of that vibe. So that's kind of those are my muses, San Francisco and St. Mary's. I use Randy Bennett's from 2001 and how he built St. Mary's, and that's what I hope to do at Fordham. There's a lot of history here. There's a lot of pride. I mean, you would think that we've made 4 NCAA tournaments in the last, 10 years as opposed to the last one since '92, as much as the expectations here. These New Yorkers, they're on our butts, they want to win and they want to win now. So that's good. I'd rather have that, and there's a fan base that's ready to be engaged, and we saw it the last 3 games at home as we started to turn the corner. Davidson, Loyola Chicago and Rhode Island were pretty lively and so close to sold out. And like you were just in there. Like we can't hear each other.
I could not hear.
You can't hear.
I'm literally like going like this into people's ears.
You can't hear
next
a
to
thing.
me. Yeah.
I mean, and that's what happened. We get upset. We were favored by a lot, and we get killed my first game here. And they wanted to fire me after game 1 against NJIT. But I had been trying to tell them all summer, and we could not communicate, and it was just an adjustment. That's why we're doing an exhibition in here this year. Like,
I like it.
So these guys get used to it, because we need to get our hand signals and all that.
Yeah.
But it becomes an advantage. I mean, Jim Herrick stopped me at the Final Four, and he's like, I hate playing in your gym. That is the work when he was a Rhode Island coach, because it is loud. You cannot communicate in there.
And that's kind of like a lot of the A10 arenas are like that. So to have one that's the level of a lot of the other ones that are revered as some of the best in the country, like that'll be huge.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's cool here, but I know we want to go to Arthur Ave, right? Is that right?
Let's go. Let's do it.
I hear it's a legendary place.
It's an amazing place, man. Let's go.
I've never been.
I'd be happy to show it to you.
All right, we might as well. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sweet. This is unbelievable, this place.
Yeah. It really is like an Ivy League campus.
Feels exactly like Princeton.
Yeah, exactly.
Same exact thing.
Or even like Yale, you know, a little bit.
Even UPenn's in the city too. It's kind of like this.
Exactly.
Although it's more open than UPenn is, but because UPenn's like same kind of situation in West Philly.
It's so funny. I never stepped out these gates.
Yeah, tell
now
me
you're
about
in the
this.
Bronx. So
all
like
right,
that's
so,
the thing is like,
you're
gated. You cannot get in here without going through security. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now you're in the Bronx, right?
So
and you're gonna feel it. Like
now
you're gonna feel it.
How far is Arthur Ave too?
It's like that's like 2 blocks.
Nice.
Basically, like if you're into any like mobster movies or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And so I was going out there, so I'd go get my morning espresso.
Oh,
and you'd see, I'm
right
like, we'll get one right now. And so you'll see, like, I'm like, that guy's definitely a mobster. He's like smoking a cigar at like 9 in the morning. You see, like, now we're in the Bronx. Like, you feel it. But everybody knows, like, they take care of the Fordham students. Like
that.
You're gonna see, like, so because they party, all the students, they party on Arthur Avenue, all the bars down here.
Yeah.
So you'll see all the guys and the girls.
Yeah.
So this is like the start of Arthur Avenue. Cool. And so like these bars are where like during the year everybody goes out.
Oh yeah, how about the moon's everywhere.
Yeah. And then you just obviously like this is one of our favorite coaches. Dive bar, like Michelangelo's here in the back.
Hell yeah. Booth in the back?
Booth in the back.
You gotta have your back to the wall when you go sit down, right?
Exactly.
That's how it works out here.
Exactly. I shouldn't be wearing shorts. The Don never wears shorts. Is that like I shouldn't be? And so, and when the students were here, like we bring recruits here, and they just like they'll be at the bar and like they'd get hyped. They'd be like, "Coach," and then I'm like, "Tell him to come. Tell him to come."
That's so funny.
This is one of the best sandwich places. There's a couple great ones. This is one of them, Tino's.
That looks nice.
It's great. You say the most famous restaurant's Enzo's, probably. What's the one they say Calipari used to go? Dominic's?
Yeah. Coach Cal feels like he would fit perfectly here. Coach Cal and Rick Pitino would be here all fucking week. Pitino probably comes back here for no reason.
I'm sure. I mean, all I want to do, I'm just trying to meet Coach Pitino and hang with him for a little bit.
I feel like now you have the right to. New York City coaches.
That's what I think.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to go? Yeah, we'll go in here.
Let's do it.
So this is like a great restaurant, Enzo's. This is where I had their dinner. They took me here to dinner after my press conference. But that's where we spend all our time in there.
Sweet.
We'll go to the market.
Yeah, this is legit. This is what's up.
This is it, man. And for hunger,
all right, so what's your move here?
My move is normally I'll get a cappuccino here. You want to get one?
I guess so.
Hello.
I guess so.
I'll have a cappuccino, please, and then whatever.
I guess we'll do two.
These two. Yeah, this is it, man. I did buy some cigars recently. They're pretty good.
Yeah, this is.
And then the pizza place when it's open is awesome, and the great sandwich place in the back.
World Cup is probably crazy, yeah.
We do get caught up in the film and all that, but this is we get out here a lot because the restaurants and the delis.
It's nice. Is it open all day, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. When we were at Columbia and we were in the city, you know, it was very similar, like great experience. Like we really lived it up in the city. And so
I know it's like you take those things for granted. People think of like basketball programs in schools of like, oh, the school has this, basketball program is this and that. But like your daily life is like you're from LA,
right?
You were living in here at Columbia also, and now you're back in California. You're back here.
Yeah.
You said New York City is your favorite city, right? You love it here.
I love New York City. That's why I moved here. I was already moving here before Kyle hired me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers,
All
brother.
right, cheers, man.
Hell yeah. That's divine.
Yes.
That's good. Even on a warm summer day like this too.
It's not too hot.
This is. I'm gonna say the Italians they do hot espresso no matter how hot it is.
Yeah, no,
I
for sure.
love the ice drinks.
Yeah.
But like especially here, I'm not gonna disrespect.
You're not gonna see. Yeah, exactly. You don't see Tony outside his
Tony's not
pork shop drinking iced coffee. Honestly, I base a lot of my leadership off of Tony Soprano. Their structure,
all the stuff that everyone heard about with the numbers.
That's all we're talking about.
It's irrelevant.
It's Soprano. Seriously.
It's completely irrelevant.
I'm like, hey, it takes Tony a long time to make decisions, guys.
Such a home for you, basically, yeah. So what's your impartially unbiased favorite part of New York City?
The part, like the neighborhood, like.
Sure.
To be honest, I do love Soho. Like I love that area. Getting down there.
Thank you so much.
Love Central Park. Well, when I lived on the Upper West Side, so I loved that Lincoln Center, Columbus Circle, Central Park area.
Yep. That's true, and especially as you never lived there before, and then you were there. It's like it kind of probably hits different like that.
For sure. And I was like in charge of the tours, so I got really familiar with all of it.
That's good. I've been making espresso at home lately.
Yeah.
Because
same.
I started with regular coffee. I would get nice drinks out, and then I got an espresso, which is good.
Yeah.
But then I got
solid.
And then I got an espresso machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I grind my beans and everything like fresh. It's nothing like it.
Yeah. You can make a cappuccino. Can you make a cappuccino?
Yeah. We got the frother on the side. We got the whole thing. It's it's basically like a third of one of the crazy machines we got, or I guess one of those.
Just like that. When I was in college, I worked at a Danish bakery and restaurant, so I had to make cappuccinos, lattes, mochas.
You're a barista
fast.
kind of, right?
Fast.
Oh shit! What's the best drink you can make?
Cappuccino.
Just
I can make a
classic
great cappuccino. Yeah.
Okay.
Great foam. I was taught well. I know how to do it.
Let's say when we got here, you were like cappuccinos. That was instantly. Is that what your coffee order is?
I'll go espresso just if I really need a hit. You know what I mean? Just straight double espresso.
In and out. Yeah, you gotta be out
just
of here.
boom.
Yeah. That's fair.
But cappuccino, I like the foam. Give it as equity. You're like building equity, building equity. And Kyle was always like that. It was like tons of positive reinforcement. Always trying to do that. And then I'm try to be tough for him in practice, and then hopefully games, I'm just like, dude, go. Like,
right,
go.
at that point, it's like you can make small changes and adapt certain things if you need to, but it's kind of like we're either going to execute or we're not at this point, and we'll change our system whenever we need to. In between watching film and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So I try to get him. I try to get him this guy. One of these. I think Coach Ryan punches him in the chest because we need mean Akira.
He's big too. He is big and strong.
He's 6'10". It's like, but he's a sweetheart of a kid, you know. And then the freshman Hassan, the young looking one.
I saw you work with him at the end, talking a little bit.
He's got it. It's just like. There's going to be
names. That's with the bigs and the guard. That's 8-9 guys.
That's 8-9,
That's what
Miami,
you need.
10.
That's what you need.
Yeah, but we'll see. We just keep building this thing.
I know you see the sickos in the college basketball community are very like, Fordham, they actually this is the year they bounce back. They find a way. It's easy to look at Fordham and say, this is Fordham. We're good.
Yeah.
No matter who is there, it's easy to do that. So the fact that people are doing that, I think, says a lot already. But obviously, it's just words right now.
And that's our whole thing this summer has been chop wood, carry water.
Chop wood, carry water.
Just all the distractions or whatever people before. It's an old monk. I studied it because it's a book. But if you really study it, you Google it. It says the monks would believe that before success, chop wood, carry water. After success, chop wood, carry water. Before failure, chop wood, carry water. After failure, chop wood. It doesn't matter. Just get back to work.
I like that.
And so we've done a good job. We're not even talking about Barclays Center yet. Just trying to form a team and a camaraderie. And the guys have been doing a great job working.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Damn. Oh, shit. This is crazy. How's it going?
Good. How are you? I know. If you were hungry, there's great sandwiches in this.
No, I'm looking around too much. It smells so rich in here. It's good. Here's the thing. How do you pronounce this? I want to hear
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. What about the usual? What about the white cheese?
Mozzarella.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. Okay. It's prosciutto and mozzarella.
Okay,
yeah.
nice. Prosciutto.
Prosciutto and mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
I can tell you're still
prosciutto. This all looks fantastic.
This is crazy in here. That's something to bring home actually too.
Dude, grab something now.
No, I'll come back and get it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because this is all made in house.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
Highland, get in here, buddy.
And I'm gonna come back.
No, in the
and get
morning.
something. Ooh, looks divine. Get in here.
This is awesome.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
That's crazy. Nice kick on it too, yeah.
Get a little like double joint. Thank you, sir.
Want a pound?
This is some
Nice.
real shit. Listen, this. I feel like
We'll
I'm at
come
home
back,
right now.
though.
New
We'll be
Jersey
back.
don't even get shit like this. This is crazy. This is legit.
November.
This is legit.
Thank you again.
Peter, guys, I'm Peter.
Peter,
Peter,
Mike.
thank you.
See you.
Thank you, my man. Might be back in a half hour.
That's the sandwich place. Costadella. That's everybody's favorite here. There's like a bunch of great sandwiches. But
Costadella mozzarella.
That's everybody's.
Now you guys-
Mozzarella.
Costadella mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Coach, well, Mike.
Thanks. Then San Francisco, and then we went to UC Riverside.
Yeah. It is so cool how it just says gym or gymnasium.
Yeah.
And then I honestly didn't know if this was the gym. I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Go ahead, bud.
All right, we got Amir Lindsey here, new transfer in from Albany, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I would say down the road, but it's not really.
Nah, it's up like
Down
2
the road.
hours. Yeah.
That's not bad though, but most guys come in from all over
Across
the
the
world,
country.
so we'll call it down the road.
Yeah.
I think you played against these guys last year, is that right?
Yeah, I did.
And they said, and I quote, that we showed him tape of us locking him up and giving him the worst game of his season, and that's why he's here.
Nah, it was my worst game. They had a really good scout for sure. But yeah, that was definitely my worst game last year.
They said they just threw traps at you the entire
Yeah,
time because
the
you were
whole
so
game.
ball usage heavy and like you had no choice. I think you were, if I had it right, 6th in the country in minutes per game last year, like 38 minutes per game, incredibly high usage. You average 18 and 5. You're first team all conference. Obviously, it's another beast now being on a team. Hopefully that is another level objectively than Albany was last year. But it's a different role, right? Like you have other guards that you're playing with that are going to be good and ball dominant also. You have bigs that you got to feed a little bit more. How does it kind of change your play style a little bit?
I wouldn't say it changed my play style really. I think it's just we have more weapons around, so I'm definitely more excited to play with the rest of the guys, get off the ball a little bit, show my versatility a lot. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
As a smaller guard, because what do you measure, 5'11"-ish?
Yeah.
Take you and Latif are both smaller guards, but you guys both play well above your size. Like
Yes.
you're both tough, you both press, you both trap when you need to, and you kind of play up to the 6'2", 6'3" guards that you need to. But playing with a guy like that I've noticed that you guys are kind of tight, right?
Yeah.
You guys are shooting out together, you guys seem like you're best friends already, and you only known each other a few weeks.
Nah, I know Teef since we were in like 6th grade.
Oh shit, are you guys from the same area?
Yeah, that's my dog, yeah.
Okay, so when you guys were being recruited, did you talk to him and you're like, let's go do this together?
Yeah. So I committed, and then he texted me and he said he was on his visit, and immediately I was like, yeah, you should definitely do this. Like, I think we could do this in the A10. So yeah, we were excited about that. I'm excited to play with him this year.
All right, when you look at Fordham, what they were last year, Coach Mike obviously in year 2, you guys will take another leap this year. You guys had they had great bigs last year, excuse me, and great front court, but they needed guards like you guys. So how do you think that you two fit in what was already here and the system that's already here to kind of take Fordham to the next level?
Yeah, I think me and Teef, we add scoring, passing, just versatility, and just overall pace. Like this year, Coach Mike wants to focus on playing faster, and I think we add that.
Okay, you're from Boston, right?
Yes, sir.
Boston or New York? Which one you like living in better?
Boston for sure. I'm from the suburbs of Boston, but I like.
So you're from Massachusetts?
Yes.
You're not from Boston. You're from Massachusetts.
Yes.
You said Boston. Yeah, you're from Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm from.
That's
from
like me
30
saying
minutes
I'm
away.
from Jersey. That's like me saying I'm from New York City.
That's not the same.
How
Because
far-
Jersey's his own thing.
How
though.
far outside of the city are you though?
30 minutes.
I'm like 45 minutes outside the city.
But you're from Jersey though.
All right, Amir Lindsey, good luck this year, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
We'll be back out here, all right?
Thank you for having me.
All right, we got Abass Bodija, returning player at Fordham, but you're from Australia originally, right?
Yes, sir.
So you watched the World Cup this summer?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
You enjoy it?
It was good. I really wanted Argentina to win, but hurt. Spain was too good.
Disappointed in Australia?
Not disappointed because soccer's not their main thing, so I can never beat them.
Yes. What is the main sport in Australia?
Swimming is a pretty good one, like internationally.
Always good in the Olympics.
Yeah, always good internationally with swimming. And then basketball's getting good now.
Yeah.
And just like footy, rugby, stuff like that.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. So you're returning to Fordham. Obviously, we're talking some of the transfers and stuff, but you were at Riverside also?
Yes, sir.
So you were at UC Riverside with Coach Mike. Now you're at Fordham last year with Coach Mike and everybody, and Rikus and Jack, obviously, another Australian.
Yep.
Did you guys know each other, by the way, back home?
Here and there, like we hadn't played against each other, but we knew of each other. Just
Okay. It's like a familiar face to have and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Now that you guys are all together for a third year, all over the place basically, how does the chemistry kind of build over time? Because it's good to have it for the second year, but you build even more in the third year as you guys are actually trying to like turn this program around.
For sure, I think those three in particular, like me, Jack, Rikus, we came from positions at UCR of like newcomers, we're learning. So we've gone through the process of learning together with veteran leaders. And then now being the ones that have like we can all, relate to those guys learning
Right.
Collectively and help them. I think that's been the biggest thing of like us three being able to teach others
And
together.
the three of you guys objectively just haven't really been that, I feel like, in your careers. Yeah, like
100%.
obviously last year you guys were part of the Coach Mike, the Riverside crew that came, so like in a way, but now it's like we know Fordham, we know everything, it's the same exact thing, so it's a different role for you guys to step into, right?
100%.
So with the new guys coming in, obviously you have two small guards that are hopefully going to help you guys. 3-point percentage that was not great last year.
Yep,
It was
yep.
the 28%, I think it was.
Yeah, probably something like that.
But having the same front court, at least mostly the same front court, chemistry is easy, but having the guards, watching them play this summer in the first few weeks, them being these high usage, great shooters, dynamic, explosive guys, like how does that change your team?
I think we've been a lot quicker. I think just like the pace of our team has been, like you watch us in pickup and practice and it's really up and down. The bigs, being able to support them rim running. I think as a group, our front court's really committed to being the first one down the floor every time. And we've got guards to facilitate that and guards that really want to kick the ball ahead, that are unselfish. They've been really good.
And what's Coach Mike like? Because obviously, and the staff entirely that you've known, because you guys could have gone elsewhere. Rikus even entered the portal and then ended up coming back here. Like,
Right.
you guys all stick together with him. Why?
I think it's a trust in Mike, and like he's just super transparent, and you don't feel like he's ever cheating you on anything. He's just gonna be honest with you, whether it's the blunt truth or what you want to hear or what you don't want to hear. Like, you always know what you're getting is the truth, and that's something that you feel like is a privilege and not something that you can necessarily find everywhere. So
Yeah.
I think that makes you super comfortable. Like in Rikus' situation, like he felt comfortable in coming back just because he just trusted Mike.
Yeah, hopefully helps you guys out. That's Abass Bodija. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, got another returner here, Rikus Schulte from Germany originally, but you played with under Coach Mike at UC Riverside, and then also last year at Fordham, right?
Yep, that's right.
First thing, biggest thing I feel like everyone always talks about with you is like you were great last year, one of the best rebounders and double bigs in the country, but you entered the portal, then you ended up coming back. Coach Mike told us a story, but I want to hear from your side. Like why? Tell me about those moments when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go test the waters, see what's out there for me, but why'd you come back too?
I ended up coming back because I trust the program. I trusted Coach Mike. I really liked it here. I think like after I saw everyone staying, like everyone else staying, I think we had a chance to do something special. We just had to recruit the right guys. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna recruit the right guys and try to win something this year.
And I'm sure high major schools, I know you're talking to a lot of high major schools, like they're throwing a lot of money at you and I'm not asking for numbers. I know they're throwing more at you than what you get here. So you take a little bit of a pay cut to be here, to be home, to be part of something that you think you guys can keep building upon, right? Because it's not just last year. You were at UC Riverside together with a few of you guys also, right?
Yeah, I was at Riverside with Abass and Jack also, and with like half the coaching staff. And yeah, a couple of high major schools definitely would have given there more money than I get here, but I think at the end it's more important to be happy at the right program and like to succeed at the right program.
No, people need to hear that because especially fans, people think that kids get money and they go wherever the biggest check is, but it's not that simple for every player and not for the majority, at least for sure. Those guys you mentioned, Abass, Jack. 2 Australians, by the way, so it's like a,
Yep.
you guys ever have like a rivalry about those things at all?
Oh, not too much. Sometimes a little bit when the World Cup is happening.
Okay.
Like FIBA World Cup is happening, but no.
So the 3 of you guys, international players, but you were all at UC Riverside, which is one of the lower rated programs and conferences, at least programs in their conference in the entire country at UC Riverside. Then you come here to Fordham together. You're all staying here together again. What's the vision for you guys? Because you haven't been in the NCAA tournament yet, but you guys have been good in like kind of like stacking days and stacking blocks. So what's the next step for you guys?
I think the next step is to like have a really good year in conference and hopefully have a chance to make the tournament. I think like our bigs getting better. We recruited good guys like Amir, Latif, Hassan as a freshman, really good. Like we recruited really good players. I think we have a good chance here. Bringing
in guards like that, because last year you guys shot 28% from 3. I'm sure it was good for you at times because you get to crash the glass. You were a great offensive rebounding, a lot of second chances. But having those 2 guards, especially those guys, Latif and Amir, what does that add to your guys' dynamic ability this year?
I think, I mean, of course, last year we had Day was really good and helping us. And think this year having Amir and Latif. It's good. Amir, especially as a leader, is like someone that talks to us, can help us leading the team, and also organize everything. Having Latif, like more scoring option is really important to us, and like makes our life easier too. Because like when people have to focus on the guards more,
it's true.
Just making
good point.
It's making life easier for all of us as bigs too. So like it's great.
And you guys are a much bigger team than most teams in the A10 will be and could be, because it's super hard in the portal era to retain bigs like you and Jack. But you guys are both more traditional centers, especially Jack at least. Great rebounders, 2 of the best in the conference and in the entire country. So what's the strength of playing with each other, but also I guess like playing against each other? So you guys go at it a little bit in practice today?
I mean, I think strength playing together definitely is, I mean, if only one of us is on the court, it's already a good rebounding team. If both of us are together on the court, we're gonna be an even better rebounding team. And also Abass is a great rebounder, so like the whole team, like I think this year our goal should be to be like one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Yeah. And then also going at each other, we just make each other better in practice because we're trying to fight for every possession, so it's gonna make us better. Well,
I know you get points. You get points for not just getting the rebound, but for boxing out and getting contact first, stabbing on the floor first. We learned about all the points and stuff like that. But you said you guys fight around a little bit, like in a good way. You ever get too fiery with each other on the court?
I don't think so, because we all like each other. Like we try to keep it on one level where it's like we don't try to do too much.
That's fair. All right, Rikus Schulte, appreciate you taking the time, my man. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Like I mentioned before, this behind me is the oldest gym in all of college basketball. Rosehill Gymnasium at Fordham in the Bronx is over 100 years old, and we're gonna take you inside. They haven't changed a single thing about the stone on the outside, and you'll see more of that inside. Even the old Gothic doors, go check it out. They keep a lot of the old things, like the doors that I mentioned before. This is the part where you get the really old like culture vibe in here if you come in. This is the entrance to the gym. This is like legitimately the entrance to the gym from the coaches' offices. They keep the 100-year-old stone that was the inside and outside exterior of the building in here, which is super, super cool. There's nothing like this. There's literally nothing like this in all of college basketball. And then right around this brand new lit up wall, you get the beautiful Rosehill Gymnasium, or Rose Thrill as they call it. The court and everything is brand new. New logos, modern changes. They got scoreboards and Jumbotron, whatever they need. But the roof and the stone walls on the outside are all 100 years old. They're all the exact same as they were 100 years ago. When they built this arena, which is actually crazy, I love the balance of like everything being 100 years old and it getting super ridiculously loud like everybody says in here because how everything is so old and so low to the floor and close to the court, but also everything's modern. Like the court was put in on Tuesday, they said. Like this thing is brand new. They keep updating the things that they need to while keeping the old traditional cool pieces of culture in place. I think that's super important. And there really is no other place like this in all of college basketball. And it's right in the middle of the Bronx, which is absolutely crazy. And then if you want to go to section 200, this is section 200, the upper levels. And the stadium only fits, I think, a little over 3,000, but you don't really need any more than that. This is section 201. This is it. This is the whole entire section 201. Not a bad seat in this entire building, obviously. And then literally behind the sideline over here is their little Hall of Fame I think they have, but like it's a tiny little hallway to get out of this building. And this might be the coolest part. So this used to be the exit to the entire building, but they added a student center, brand new, which is super, super nice. But they kept the exterior of the building from 100 years ago. So you can see the stone on the outside. They kept the stone here. This used to be the entrance to Rosehill, but now they added this beautiful student center that's connected to it that's super nice. Crazy. I've never seen the outside of an old building in the inside of a new building before. That's a first. That's definitely a first. But it's super nice. It just shows you that they care about the history, the tradition, the culture, everything. And now we're back inside. And that is the oldest gym in college basketball, Rosehill Gymnasium, AKA Rose Thrill. If you're in the area near the Bronx in New York, gotta come check out a game here. So cool. I absolutely will be doing the same this year. That is it for stop 7 of the tour at Fordham University in the Bronx. We are officially halfway done with the schools in the A10. That was maybe the most unique one we've had experience, at least. Coach Mike Magpayo, you saw, we brought us through the entire Bronx, through Arthur Ave. We had some cappuccino where the guys who were inspired by like the Sopranos were at. It felt so cool. One of a kind experience in college sports and in all of college, in the A10 for sure. The team looks good. You saw them practicing. They look a lot better than they were last year in terms of offense and shooting, and you know the defense and the rebounding is going to be there from what they return. I'm very, very excited because Mike is a very underrated up-and-coming coach in college basketball. I think people are really going to like him a lot after hearing about him and seeing him as a person too, but he's super, super smart. Like those guys like Todd Golden and Kyle Smith and Koby Altman that are so intelligent and have so much success in their sport, in the sport of basketball already. He is that next one. I don't know where his career is going to take him, but I know that right now at Fordham, he is going to be awesome very, very soon. I think this could be the year that the people are right and Fordham actually gets back to prominence in college basketball.